I'll just stop.
Very real.
My
Yeah.
husband said, you
Can you
can't stop.
hear me? I want to
Hello?
tease you. Can you hear me?
Yes, excellent.
I want to tease you. So you're the real Yalomo, like as in you're well done. You're doing well. Okay, so what's your
Thank
question?
you.
Tell me how far you've gone
Oh,
despite
Hello,
distraction.
ma'am. Good morning.
One person at a time, please, ma.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
Ibidun,
So my thing, but okay, yes. Now the thing is, the first one you gave us the feedback app. I've done that. I've done my sketches and all. But the problem now is the Mario thing because okay, all the survey question, the interview I did, then I compiled my survey questions. So the problem is now I don't understand because I saw you doing one thing like gathering maybe some you took some sticky notes out and you put them together on each different. I don't understand.
ah, I don't know where to start answering your question from because this matter we've dealt with it since last week, and today is already Thursday in the new week. So, Mario, all
So
those
the
kind
day
of
I can talk. If I say I should unmute myself, it will be
and
noise. I won't be
you
able
will
to
have
talk.
started,
But today,
you will have typed what you wanted
okay.
to say. Why you don't need
I
to
see. I think I typed. So you can't see everything in the chat.
who
This
told
thing.
you? Who is the person in this
Okay.
place that will say that they typed something I didn't read the typing?
Okay. Because
Ah,
I've
you
typed
didn't
something
type
today
now.
and you've not gotten there. Okay.
Because I logged out and I came in. I was seeing all your messages. I was going to read out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's different. So, sticky notes, my rule, all those
Good
things
morning.
are supposed to have even been done before you start doing your sketches. That's the order. There's actually an order to this thing. You don't do the last one. You don't do the
Okay.
last before the first thing. You can't put the cat before
Okay.
the horse. So doing your what's it called? The stuff I told you guys to do it on Nairo, it's important for you to have done that
Okay.
way. So I'm wondering how to answer this question now. Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, did you get a Nairo account?
Good morning, please.
Yes, I even downloaded it on my laptop.
Okay, since you have a Nairo account, it is very easy to use. The sticky notes icon is on the left hand side. I think it's like maybe let me see. Uh, let me just show you. Well, okay. So if you want to create a sticky note, this is for your sake. A big journey.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So this is the sign for sticky notes on your left here. You just click on it and choose the color you want, and you just start writing. It's just that simple. I'll write whatever it is I want to write inside. That's just how it is. So the idea was we write everything you got from, note down everything you got from your research, say your interview or your survey, note everything down, one participant per color. When you're done with one participant on one line, do the same thing for the next one. When you're done with noting everything down, you frame it. So you go to this one, frame, and just frame everything and name it what you'd like to name it. If you want to call it your findings, you call this findings. And that means you're done with that one. So at that time, you have something like this. Once you're done with that, you have something like this one, this particular frame. Now, the next thing for you is to try to sort out all the findings to find similarities or common patterns. So you drag stuff that sound alike or that kind of pass the same message based on your understanding though. You move them together and then after that you should start having something like this where you start grouping, okay, this thing sound kind of say something similar. This thing say something similar. So just make a what's it called? Make a kind of cluster of sticky notes. When you're done with that, you should have something like this, where you just name it what you think this group is about. Give it a name, give this one a name. Just give all of them a name. Anyone you don't have a group for, you can call them others. That's all. That's all there is to documenting your research. The rest of the stuff that you're doing on Miro is where you just document the rest of your work, like your ideas, stuff, your ideas, your what else? I think just your ideas, and then your sketches. Upload your sketches, what you did on your pen on paper. Take a screenshot, a snapshot. Take a picture with your camera and upload it to my room. The rest is just documentation. The only thing you are literally just doing on Miro is just your research and documenting it. So there's not very much in Miro. I hope that clarifies stuff for you, Jenny.
Yes, it is. It is. Thank you.
Okay, so please try to practice that. Lola Arowoile wanted to say something. Sorry for murdering your name. Lola, please go on.
I just sent a chat now.
Oh, you already typed it. Okay, beautiful morning, everyone. Please, I have been having issues understanding the UI UX training. I am Media DME was kind enough to help me yesterday from the foundation. Please, I'm just trying to get my bearing on UX training yesterday. Are you serious? Have you been in this training since last week, Monday?
Yes, yes. I've been raising issue concerning it, but I think I have like 2 or 3 people that have contacted to help me, but they said it's a long process and they may not be able to help me. Just yesterday.
Excuse me, what will you contact them? Am I one of those people?
On the day you were doing the training, Mr. Michael was around. I wanted to raise the issue, but he said I could not talk because he had to stop.
But that means it was the end of the class then?
The beginning of the class. You were about to come in.
Yeah, I'm 100% confused because I've been taking. Are you in the morning or in the afternoon class?
Afternoon. I've been joining the class every day.
That means I took your class from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I skipped Thursday, Friday, then from Monday this week, and I'm only just hearing your voice for the very first time. Wow. And you're saying the whole UI UX has been confusing.
Yes, yes. And I have some witnesses in the class that had gone to me because I didn't want to bother you to help me, so that I could. But it was just yesterday that young man was kind enough to help me to start. And it's a topic I don't want to miss. So that was why I had to go to him. I didn't give up. I had to go to him, pleaded with him, and
You
he
have not come to me. I'm sorry, but I think I need to be a little bit stern in responding to this. You have not tried enough to know what you need to know because I took the introductory classes both from Monday to Wednesday for your class. So actually your class, which is afternoon class, is actually kind of out ahead of the morning class, which is why I had to catch up the morning class on Thursday and Friday. So there's absolutely no reason why you would not understand what UI UX is all about, talk less of even the processes, and you wouldn't have come back to ask me. I've been on Telegram, like I said yesterday, I still didn't receive any message from you. I know all the people that sent me messages and I wasn't able to respond, but you didn't send me anything, even though I encouraged everybody to send me messages yesterday. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do about your peculiar case because I have been available right from day one to answer questions, and I taught your class extensively Monday to Wednesday. I don't know what to say. Honestly, I really do not. Oh, when I think about that, somebody else please speak.
Hello, ma.
Hello, Eddie.
Hello, Eddie.
Good morning.
Okay, I've been following with the class, but I've had one challenge. I know you've gone over it before, but I don't seem to get it. That's with the aligned. Like, I know you talked about, I know all the dimensions, but how to check the accuracy is what I don't know.
Okay, so how to check if your design is aligning, right?
Yes.
Or I said that you click on the element, maybe if it's a text field, click on it and press Alt. If you're using a Windows system, press Alt. If you're using a MacBook, press Option. That's just how to do it. Have you tried that? Okay. Eddie is not there.
Okay, yes, I have. Thank you. It works.
Oh, you tried that? And does it work?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Perfect. Good. Next question. I'll take one last question before I go to something else.
Hello, ma. Good morning.
Hi, morning.
Yes. So far, the experience has been nice from my own end, yeah. But I would just like you to kindly, maybe during the course of today's class, there was something you were teaching us yesterday about, I think, creating components. I really didn't grasp that properly. I tried doing it when I'm working on my high fidelity, but I wasn't so successful with it. So,
Okay, okay. You have to remind me to do that because that's not my agenda for today. So please remind me. This is past 11. So remind me when we come back from break after
okay,
12.
ma'am.
After
All right,
12.
ma'am. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
cool. Okay, so let me quickly address this presentation thing of tomorrow before we go on. So a lot of people have said stuff, and so for those that if you've done your research, you've done your analysis on, you use Miro to do your analysis, you've gone on to doing your sketches, you came up with ideas with your group, like I said you guys should, then you've come up with your sketches. If you have gone that far, good job. So even though you're already behind in the class, I am believing and hoping that by today, at least you'll have done your low fidelity. If you're able to do your low fidelity, you can present with that tomorrow. So it's fine if you can present with that tomorrow. For those that have done up to low fidelity, and then you have not done your high fidelity, then try to do today, use today to get to your high fidelity designs and get it done. Get as much of it as you can get done. This is what I would say. During your presentation tomorrow, I'd like you guys to take your presentation as if it's a real life presentation, not like a classroom setting. Think about it like, oh, I'm presenting to a client that paid me money to do something and I just was not able to deliver the whole thing. Think about it from that point of view. If you think about it from that point of view, then you know how to tackle your problems. I'm sure you would. I don't know if I should say more than that. Okay. Let me see if there's other question. Mohibdin Olalekan, top of the morning, ma'am. I've been able to learn a lot from you so far. I would appreciate if you can do a quick recap on the high fidelity and prototyping. High fidelity and prototyping. I've not done prototyping at all now. What do you mean by recap on prototyping when I've never taught it at all? So high fidelity, you're telling me to teach design all over again. I should start teaching color and sorry, we don't have. I will only try to continue from where we stopped yesterday, and I'll look at what people have done. So from what people have done and corrections that I'll be making, then please try to pay attention. If you have questions based on what I will be reviewing, then you can speak up. But to do a whole recap of high fidelity has started since last week, Wednesday. That's a whole week's work. You're telling me to do quick recap. I don't know. I can't do quick recap, you know? Yeah, I'm sorry. Oof. Someone said, okay, I missed Temitope Boluwatife. This month, Myra, I find it difficult to duplicate a whole board so as to arrange it in order. Oh, it's just for you to click on the name. If you titled your board findings, for instance, you just click on the name at the top, findings, and then click, press Ctrl D on your laptop, and it will duplicate the whole thing for you. That's simple. Let's see, what else did I miss out? Eddie, I'm having issues with proper alignment. I think I've answered that. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we're having prototyping today. Thanks, Wahab. Okay, Mo has sent the person about the alignments, and I hope we finish high fidelity and prototyping today. I hope it's with you guys too. Okay. Tomiwa Bada, how did she do that team thing on Myra again? It's not difficult now. It's all about finding common this thing. If you have done your findings, let me share my screen with you again. You see, it's not difficult. It's very easy. Okay, this is my screen. This is your findings. So this is for Tomiwa and other people that are wondering about Myra. This is your findings. This is participant 1, participant 2, participant 3, participant 4. As many participants as you have all the way down. You have all your participants. Good. Now, you click on this, and then you do Control D, and it duplicates the whole board for me. So this is it here. It has duplicated it for me. Copy or findings. That's what it named. I'll rename it and call it Insights. And when I rename it, then this page now I'll come here and say, okay, what are things that sound kind of alike? Okay, please don't stress me. I'll drag it. What else? I don't know.
Yeah, I get that. But I mean, is that a rectangle around the sticker? Like that board?
Oh, the rectangle. The rectangle.
Okay, it's a
You mean the
rectangle. Yeah,
Is
that
it this?
board.
It's a frame. I told you that now. So let me okay. Let me do it again for you. I'll just I'll just use this stickers now down here. If I want to group this, I'll just go here, frame. I'll click on frame and drag it over it. That's simple. That's all. If I wanted to give it a color, I'll give it a color.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's all. And then I can rename it. That's all there is.
Thank
Okay. Who's speaking? I can't
Master
hear you.
Myro, it's not really so much. I want to ask, from your data, that is one above, I'm seeing there are more of words. If you have something like quantitative, let me say, kind of feedback, where you have numbers. So, I know numbers are similar, so there is no, how do you tend to find your team? Let's say different numbers representing, showing different things. So, how do you now get your insights?
What do you mean by numbers?
Okay, let's say
Give
you
me a
had
clear
a
example.
okay, let's say you had a research and you're trying to know the number of people who like something versus those who doesn't like it. And in that insight now, it's quite too obvious when you look at it very much. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's not like having different
Okay.
words, different opinion. It's like a direct.
Yeah, I
How
understand
do
you.
get
That's a
insights?
quantitative. Okay, so let me quickly answer your question. So that's a quantitative research. For instance, most of surveys are quantitative in nature. So the kind of research I told you guys to do was actually a qualitative research, not a quantitative research. We didn't have the chance to do that kind, which is quantitative. But if you have done such a research and you have numbers like, okay, 20 people, maybe 50% of the people think this or 70% of people think this, what you just do is
Yeah.
it's not that difficult. You just same thing. You take a sticky note and just write it there. 50%. Just write it there. 50% of participants. You write it there. 50% of participants think. You write what they think, or you can write what they think. You can write different things that people think, and then you write it at the top. It's all about you documenting your thoughts. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. It just needs to make sense to somebody else. Or at least make sense to you. If you come back to your board in 3 months' time or 6 months' time and you don't remember exactly what you were thinking, you should be able to understand it by looking at the board. That's just it. No wrong or right way. Just let it make sense. That's all. So you just note it down. So if it's numerical, you can just write. That's more statistical in nature. So you just write it down there. It's just for notes. So that if somebody's looking through your documentation, they understand the process you've gone through.
Okay. Thank you so much. It really helps.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let me read the comments. If there's anything else I need to. Thanks for that, Ms. Grace. I was confused about that too. I thought I figured it out myself. Zaina Abolurode. I don't know why you be thinking you figure out something yourself when I've not told you not to ask the question. I don't know why you guys are doing this to yourselves. I don't know why. Well, okay. Lawal Ibrahim, it's my sketch I have an issue with. I can't draw ball. You can't draw ball. Okay, I've told you guys separately that your sketches are not about looking good. It's about laying out your idea. So there's no how, in as much as you can write. If you can write, you can just draw lines, just draw stuff. It doesn't need to look good. You can go online to check how people sketch on paper. You see, it doesn't look good. It shouldn't look good. That's not the intention. Unless you are a calligraphist or somebody that does all these kind of things on your own, then that's when you need to be looking beautiful. So no expectations as per pretty. Joe Jacob, about the presentation, we're doing it on both Figma and Miro. We should just screenshot and take everything into a portfolio on PowerPoint. Well, depends on you. but I don't know. It depends on you. If I was going to do my presentation, I think I would. I don't know. How would I do it? I think I would go to Miro and then present from my Miro board and just be letting the person along the story, the whole thing. Then when I get to the point of my high fidelity, whatever, I'll just play my link on one of the frames. I'll have called that frame maybe high fidelity, for instance, and then just put my link to my stuff. And then I'll tell the person, okay, I'll be redirecting you now to the Figma section where I did my designs, and I'll open my Figma. There's nothing wrong in presenting with two different things. I think that's how I would do it. But you can also take screenshots if you like and go and do it, put it on your PowerPoint for this class. But you know that in the real world, you'll probably not be sending anybody PowerPoints. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So Adela said PowerPoint on portfolio on PowerPoint. Okay. Well, if that's what you want, that's really good too. Sticky note doesn't move with the text. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. If you write inside a sticky note, the whole note will move. So I don't know. Oh, Adela, let's start now. Time is going. We won't be able to finish on the prototyping again. Bye. Well, it's good to know where people are lacking so that we can catch up. For the lady, Lola, I think was your name, that I was a little bit hard on. So this is my suggestion. Let me see. I'm trying to see if she's even in class before I start talking. Lola, I don't think she's in class anymore. Okay, so she's not here, so I don't need to talk again. Okay, I think we're done for that for now. Please, if you still have more questions, feel free to note it on the chat box. I'll take it when I'm taking the next set of questions. Okay. So I want to see somebody's work, and I already said 2 people. Can those 2 people identify themselves, please? I already mentioned your names earlier.
Yeah, I'm here, ma.
Okay. Then what's the second person? It was an Arabic name that starts with A. I'm trying to remember who the person is. Abdullah.
Yeah,
You're not
Abdullah.
talking now. Hey, Abdullah doesn't want to present again. Oh. Okay, so please start, Michael.
Ma, can someone present? Someone who is not yet born.
Anybody can present. This is not about presentation, actually. This is about. This is just to see how far you have gone and answer questions. That's the intention here. Once we come back. Okay. Who was it? Hold on, President Priscilla. Was it Anaga that wanted to present, or was it Michael? I can't remember who the second person was.
It was yesterday, but I think that was not them.
I think it was
Yeah.
It was me. I was one I wanted to present, but I couldn't present on my phone. So he told me the next day I'll present first.
Okay, promises. Okay. For today first, I want to remember the second person. Who was the person? Was it you, Anaga? Who was the person?
Yes. For yesterday, I actually indicated I wanted to present. Well, I'm still eager to present.
No, I mean today. Okay, let me forget about it. I don't know. Okay, was it Michael? Michael is not talking now. Michael, we can't hear you at all.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. I'm here.
Jesus is Lord.
Can you see my screen?
Okay, you can see your screen now. So you were the other person. When you're done, could you write to present, because I already promised that yesterday.
All right, I'm presenting from phone, ma'am.
Okay,
system is down.
Guys, this is not really a presentation. I just want to see what you've done. So don't bother really speaking. I want to just see what you've done. And if you have problems, just let me know what issues you've had. I like your board. It's really colorful. Nice. Can you scroll back up? I want to see the first one. Okay, so you did it kind of like a PowerPoint. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Cool.
This is the research question, ma'am.
Krispy Kreme. Okay. Can you zoom into your questions? I want to see what kind of questions you asked. Are you male or female? That's irrelevant now. Why is it relevant? Okay, no, let me not say relevant. Sorry, please. Is it relevant? How is it relevant? Let me not make such conclusions. How is the gender of your person? How is it relevant to your research?
That's why I said I'm not sure what I did.
Okay. So when asking questions, before you come up with your actual research question, I hope everybody is listening. Before you come up with your actual research question, you should have a problem statement, something you're trying to find out from people. Just one statement, something like, okay, I'd like to know if people actually like to give feedback. If that was your original statement, then it's cool. Then it means every question you're going to be asking is based on that original statement. That is the idea behind research. You need to have what they call an overarching research question. That's what they sometimes call it, an overarching research question. So that means this is the question that after I do my research, I must have found an answer to it. Simple. Because when you do your findings later on, when you do your research and then you get your findings, you have to be comparing, okay, these findings, did they actually tackle the original question? That's the whole idea behind research. It's not just for the sake of asking questions. So that's one thing you should take away. Always have a question, like a general question in mind before you start coming up with the specific ones. So that's what would be an idea of the kind of question. So that's the part where I think it might have set you on the wrong path as regards your research questions, but that's fine. Scroll down, please, to your findings. Okay, though looking at your research question, though, the question I can see that is kind of relevant, what you guys should have been doing was, how do you lodge complaints? I think that's number 5. How do you lodge complaints? So that's a very relevant question, knowing that you would like to know how people lodge complaints, but then you're already making, that's a leading question at the same time, because you're asking a question based on the assumption that the people that you're sending these questions to already have complaints. What if they never have complaints? Do you get what I mean, Michael?
I get you.
Yes, so instead you can rephrase your question to ask, how has your experience been with Krispy Kreme? Then by themselves, they'll tell you what they need to tell you. So this is why I advised you guys to do actual interviews instead of surveys, because if you ask such a question, which is an open-ended question of how has your experience been? Do you think anybody wants to type plenty typing on your survey? I don't think so. So it would have been better if you ask somebody face-to-face or on phone call or whatever it is, and then based on that, you document what people say. So that's another pointer for every other person. Okay, please, let's go on to findings. Well, I like how your findings are colorful, but I can see the one that is dark purple. It's not very readable, so I think you should change your text color to maybe white, or change the sticky notes color to something a little bit lighter. But there might be no much point for me right now to even read through your findings, because your research questions were not very, very 100% accurate. So obviously your findings would be a little bit skewed. But what was that one in yellow below that you titled findings as well? What's that?
Are the written one? Are the written findings?
Written?
Yes, I wrote them and right.
I can't read very well. Can you zoom in on the first part of number 1? The problem derived from this research are all responding by do not every month, but more than average doesn't know Krispy Kreme. Okay. When an issue arises and complaint needed to be lodged, average prefer to lodging complaints to the management director. You acknowledge it for quicker decision handling. Okay. Okay, I like this. I like what you did here. I like how you listed out the major things that you found out. This is good. I don't think I've seen this on any other person's research work. So you think you don't know. You see how you are even doing really good stuff. You see, again, this is imposter syndrome, where you think you don't know, but you actually know. This is really good. What you did here is really, really good. The only place I have seen that you had an issue was from your original research questions. So once you put in your mind that, okay, I need to have a problem I am trying to research on. If you have something in your mind, if the problem is you want to find out, maybe say how often do people buy donuts? That's an example. Then in that case, you probably, because this is about numbers, you probably be conducting a quantitative research, which is survey. So your questions would probably be tailored around that. But you need to have one question at least, one major general question that you will use to create your sub questions. That is how research questions are come about, not just, they're not random. Okay, so that's the only part I've seen that you had a flaw. Go on. Let me see your insights, please. I want to just see the ones that you call the titles. Buy every day, not heard of it. Aware of crispy, okay. Prefer management, buy in a month. And buy, okay, so this is good. This is good. So this is based obviously on your questions that you asked. So it's good. So basically, you can see that Krispy Kreme has an awareness problem. If that was the problem you're trying to solve, again, like I said, it's dependent on the problem you're trying to solve in the beginning. So I also noticed that while you were trying to group stuff, only one thing is under don't buy. You don't group things like that, so you should have at least more than one thing for you to group stuff. Group is more than one. So if you don't find a group for them, you probably just rename whatever it is you wrote inside the, like for this don't buy, and inside the pink, is it dark pink or purple? Yeah, dark pink. Inside the pink sticky notes, you might just rename it and then just leave it as a standalone. You don't need to actually group every single thing. If there's stuff that don't fit in, you can just call them others or something. Just leave them in one place. Then it will be looked at if need be. Okay, scroll down, please.
These are the written insights, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so you noted down your insight. Oh, this is really good. Hey, and you're telling me you don't know. What don't you know? This is good. This is really good. Your insight, the way you noted it down. So in case somebody is not really interested in looking at too much colors, they could just easily reach the notes. So guys, this is good. You can do this as well for your research. But again, like I've told you guys before, there's no wrong or right way to do this thing. It's about documenting what you have done. That's all. So that somebody else can understand the story. And I like how you've done this. When I have a respondent, loves and buys. For the person that was asking about numbers, this might be a good way to do it. It's just to document it. Good. Just scroll down to the sketch part.
Sketch part, ma'am.
This is good. Hey, it's my students who I say they don't know. Oh, don't you know? Okay. User flow. User flow should come before sketch. User flow should come before sketch. User flow should always come before sketch. Because you need to do your user flow, how things go from one thing to another. Then based on how the flow is, that's how you will now come up with your sketch. So you need to readjust when you make your corrections. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. So I won't be able to.
Hello, ma'am.
All right.
Hello. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Hello, can you? Yeah, I can hear you. Can every other person hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I hear you, ma'am. Hear you, ma'am.
Okay, cool. Michael, can you hear me?
I can hear you, ma'am.
Okay, good. Okay, so I see your low fidelity frames design. Rename this to low fidelity design, not frame. Low fidelity design. Okay, so I can see splash screen, then your login, then if person doesn't have an account, sign up. What are those things below supposed to mean in your login screen at the bottom? What are those?
Which one, ma'am?
The ones at the bottom, like those images, what are they supposed to be?
If they decided to log in with the Gmail, with their
okay, social log
account, yes, ma'am.
Social login. See. Okay. You just mentioned LinkedIn. LinkedIn is not one of those things that somebody will use to log in for a food app. Nobody will use their LinkedIn profile to be logging in to buy donuts. Abby? Abby, is there anybody that would do that? LinkedIn is
I doubt it. I doubt it, man.
exactly. I
No,
doubt it.
there's not.
So LinkedIn is a professional. Yeah, you might. But
I might. I might
I'm
test it. I
shaking my
might test
head
it.
here. Okay. Okay, anyway, so basically it would be probably Facebook. So I'm saying this in case somebody has gone to go and design and design something and go and put LinkedIn. Go and put LinkedIn, or you went to go and put let me think of one other one. Any professional platform. Nobody will use their professional platform to buy donuts. So so it should be things like GitHub for programmers. You use your GitHub account where you used to save your codes. Can't be saying to log in for donuts. Exactly, Zainab. Nobody would do that. So basically, you should have say maybe Facebook and just Google whatever you feel like is cool. Okay, next thing, sign up. The next thing, I'm trying to look at your. Can you zoom in on the last one on the first row? I want to see what you put there clearly. Okay. How would you want to give your feedback? Feedback from written chat box. This is a good idea. This is a good idea. The fact that you gave them options on how they want to give their feedback, whether it's a rating or a chat box or whatever. But I think it should just be two options, because rating is supposed to be part of your form. Like, how else would you do the form apart from rating? So meanwhile, chat box is good. So basically, if they want to do it live with the representative, but you know what? Most people will just choose, like, why would I want to use it when so basically you're by yourself making the other options useless, because nobody will actually choose the other option. So maybe think about that. You're still the designer. I'm just giving my own opinion. But I have a question. Can you zoom out now?
Okay.
Okay, my question is, this page that you put these questions, how does a user get to it? What links to it?
Here, from here, man. This is the welcome page. So the welcome page will load to login.
I can't see your question. I don't know what you're talking about.
You said, how will they get to the main page, right? Was that the question, man?
Yes, that page I was looking at just now. How did they get to that?
This particular one.
So is it the login screen? I don't know. Mention the name of the screen. I don't know what you're talking about. Your cursor is not showing.
All right. This one is where
You
the
mean
logo is.
you mean the first screen?
Welcome.
The splash. It's called a splash screen. Is that what you're talking about?
This particular one, man. Yes.
See, you can't just say this particular one. You are using a mobile phone to present, so you know your cursor will not show. So you need to mention what frame you're talking about. The splash screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. So are
No,
you
no.
saying,
Hello,
are you
can you hear
saying,
me?
yeah, I can hear you. Are you saying that a user immediately after the splash screen disappears, then it's straight away to show them the feedback, that feedback page, that one I was looking at? Is that what the one you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
Oh,
No, ma,
no,
it's from
ma.
the login
No,
page, the
ma.
login or sign up page, ma.
No, ma.
Michael, just mention login or sign up so that I can understand now.
Okay. From
One.
login,
Okay.
from login, man, they move straight to if someone
Okay,
that
from
has
login.
already has an account before will log in immediately. But if he or she has no account, then he has to sign up. From signing up now to
Oh,
the
I get what you mean. Okay. Were you in class day before yesterday?
yes, I was in class, but I wasn't paying much attention.
Because
Light issue. Or just kept putting mind on light and putting mind in class. I had low battery.
okay. So that's probably why that's probably why you have done your sketch this way, or your low fidelity this way. So we talked about making your feedback solution, whether making it in app, that is as part of the company's app already, or making it a separate application altogether. So we talked about that, and that's because we talked about it because think about it though. So I'm a Krispy Kreme customer, and then Krispy Kreme probably, maybe, I don't know now, usually will tell me, maybe they have their own mobile app. After they have their own mobile app, then, which is a separate app, obviously, then for me to give a feedback for the donut I ordered on Krispy Kreme, then I'll now have to download a different app, which is a feedback app, and then come and start logging in, creating an account, logging in, only to do what? To give feedback. Do you think any user would do that? What I just described?
No, 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 no.
Exactly. So that means it's either you're going to make, this is what we concluded day before yesterday, it's either you're going to make your solution, well, your solution doesn't necessarily need to be a new app altogether. It could be a plug-in, like plugged into an existing solution. If Krispy Kreme already has their own app, even if they don't have their own app, if your own focus of your project is just feedback, then you need to say, okay, I'm focusing on just feedback. Nobody needs to create an account. So I don't know if this splash screen, login, and even the sign up is necessary for a feedback app because it plugs into, yes.
The main reason I did mine like this is that I noticed that Krispy Kreme does not have any app in Nigeria like this.
Okay,
Like,
that's good. So that's a good discovery. So if you found out that they don't have an app at all, then it will make sense for you to include in your solution that people can order food on your app. So you actually need to create the screens for that. If not, it doesn't make much sense because this is part of the questions that if you send this project to anybody, they will just ask the person like, why will a user actually download a feedback app? But if you say, oh, I am focusing my project on just the feedback part. However, there is the option. Maybe just create one page. You might just do one page. You don't need to go too long. Just design one page that shows the food menu, just to show that people can actually order food, but show how people can give feedback from that food menu. Because the major thing is going to still be the food app, but only that we are focusing on the feature called feedback. I hope that is kind of, I don't know whether you get the point I'm trying to make.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am. Sorry, I want to ask a question concerning this is design.
Hold on. Okay, so Michael, you got what I was trying to say, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. Is this all of it, or do you have some more?
No. This is all
Okay.
for now.
So you did this low fidelity with Figma, right? And then you copied it into this place.
Yes.
Okay, great. You tried. Well done. Joel, please ask your question before he stops presenting.
It's concerning what you're talking about this is now. He said that there is no app for this. Is the restaurant he's working for. He's doing this design for. They don't have app already. Now, for someone like me, I'm working on Jumia Food. I discovered yesterday that Jumia Food has an app already.
You just discovered yesterday.
I just discovered. Me, I don't eat out, so I just discovered yesterday.
Excuse me. I have to interrupt you. Are you telling me you've been doing your research since last week, where you just discovered that that Jumia Food has an app?
What happened is that if the last time I told you that I was trying to work on season 7 here in Abuja because normally before, I think it was some days ago that we were grouped, and I discovered I was in a Jumia app. I was working on Jumia.
Was on Monday.
So it was when I was doing research, I saw it online that they have an app. Now my discovery is that now, for example, Jumia app, the way they design their app, other restaurants, you register under them. So they sell their food. They sell other restaurant food. It's not like Jumia have a restaurant. It's just they are just like I don't know how to put it, an agent. So they sell food based on restaurants around you. Now, in their app, my question now is okay, fine. I am to design feedback just like this guy has done now for that Jumia app who already have an app. Now, am I to screenshot each pages, then now put my own low fidelity in the parts where my feedback is going to be? So I'm just looking at this guy's picture and see how my own is going to be. How is it supposed to be, man?
So first, you should have before yesterday known that Jumia Food has an app. So I understand you said you were working on season 7 or original building groups since Monday. So at most by Tuesday, which is this Thursday, you should have known that Jumia Food has an app. Now, secondly, you should have understood, like, you would already know that Jumia Food is not like a restaurant. It's not a restaurant like Krispy Kreme or even it's not like Domino's or anything. It's like they meet front and then they come and Sir Joel, are you in the bathroom or something? Like I don't understand. Okay. So what you need to know are things like you need to study what already exists for that brand. So like Jumia Foods, and you should have understudied it to know that they have an app. They in short, if you study very well, you find out that they even have a feedback section. They have it. It's just that it's not very functional. It's not very intuitive. So if you do your research, you'll find that out. Which is why we're working. Even if it is great, your research is to find out what is not very good about that part and try to redesign it. That's it. So how do you fit in your own? You take a screenshot of what already exists on Jumia Food, which is, I don't know, whatever it is. You take a screenshot of it and point. I showed you guys how to do that yesterday. Point to where your own feedback is going to fit in. If it's going to be like what we currently have, cool. If it's not going to be, if you're going to change your position on the app, you indicate that that's just the idea. I explained that extensively yesterday.
Okay, ma.
All right. Okay, thank you, Michael. Good job. Kudirat wanted to show something, and she'll be the last person before we take our break. Kudirat, please go on.
I cannot present my Figma. I'm using my mirror. I'm using my phone.
Oh, you cannot present. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is what we'll do. You can mute yourself, please. Okay, so this is what we'll do. It's almost time for break, and I know many people are still buzzing in their minds with questions, and some people want to present and all those plenty things. Some people also want. What do you say?
I have a question, ma. A short question.
I am talking. I'm trying to make a point. So hold on. So when we are done, when we come back from our break, what we'll do is we'll look at Figma, and then those people that said they have questions on Figma, you can ask your questions specifically about Figma, and then I would answer it and just show you guys simply how to do whatever it is that comes up. So if you've asked questions before about Figma and I said we'll talk about it later, it's to be your turn after the break to basically just tell me what it is. That's what we'll be doing immediately after the break. So we're going to be coming back like on the dot of 12:30. Anybody that is late, I'm sorry, we'll just start. Then also, for those people that were asking if the project can be pushed, if your presentation can be pushed from tomorrow, aside from tomorrow, maybe to Saturday or to Monday or whatever. So I have tried to address that. I want to make it clear what I meant earlier. Even if you have done up until your sketches, even if I've done up to your sketches right now, I believe everybody at least should have done up to sketches. If your research was not very all right, and maybe for some reason your research is influencing your designs negatively, I already told you guys earlier on in the week to pair up with somebody else that is working on the same brand, get the person's research and work on it. Copy the person's research. Use person's research to work on your own UI designs. That's what I said already. So I'm addressing that again. That's what you should do. Then If you already have done your sketches, your assignment, I'm not giving you guys anything special as assignments today, nothing really special. The major thing I'm giving you guys as assignments is complete all your work and prepare for your presentation tomorrow. So no worries, no new assignments. Other than the prototyping that I'll teach you guys afterwards, you just add it. Prototyping is not difficult. I will literally teach you guys prototyping in less than 15 minutes. So don't worry about that. It's not difficult. So please ask your question, Kelechi.
Okay, ma. Thank you, ma. My question is this. Like when I was trying to prepare my mirror, I wanted to. I'm working on Domino. Now, do I name it Domino Restaurant or Domino Eatery? I'm kind of confused.
I don't understand. Which one is Domino's Restaurant? Which one is Domino's Eateries?
Yeah, because some people are using restaurant. I have in mind Eatery. So I don't know if that will also be a problem if I name it Domino Eatery, Domino Pizza Eatery.
You can call it what you like, but it will be good if you just align it to what exists, because we're trying to align with existing brands. So you can call it. It's preferable to call it what the brands already call their stuff.
They just call it Domino Pizza.
And then leave it as Domino's Pizza. Spot on.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't want to go into any more details of any much things because break is almost here. So anybody that has more questions, please let's take more questions right now, because immediately after our break, I won't be taking questions again.
Yes, I was going to say that it's even good as Domino's. That's what they use. There's no need to put Domino's Pizza because they deal with other sort of stuff beyond pizza. So Domino's is fine. No need for restaurants or whatever.
Okay, that's fair enough. Whatever it is that they call the brand, let's just call it that. Good. Okay. Any other comments? Anything else to say? Nobody else has anything to say. Okay. Blessing said, Ma, what if we are like changing the way the app looks totally? Do we still need to make screenshot comparison from the original app available? Well, it's good to have a before and after kind of thing. It will help show anybody that is looking at what you've done. In short, it will help you if you want to align with that brand and get a project from them. Like, yeah, see what your app was before. I changed it into this. So yes, it's good for you to screenshot it. It's before and after kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, exactly. I like what Oluwadami said. When you're presenting, you state what you don't like about the existing app and explain what your new design to bring to the fore. Exactly, that's the blessing. So just we take before and after pictures. Then it's not about what you don't like. It's not about you. I told you guys, you are not your users. It's about what is not functional or what is not good about the design and how you're addressing that. Someone who wants to speak, please speak on. This is the time to ask questions, though, so that when you try to
comment.
Oh yeah, go on.
I just want to say thank you for that style guide you taught us yesterday. I realized that I've been doing rubbish since, and it's been helpful.
All right. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you to Priscilla. Okay. Young is passing an information to you guys for voting. Please, Young, you can unmute yourself and say it out so that they can hear you.
All right, I didn't want to interrupt you. Thank you very much. So yesterday we created a poll for the Hangout where we're planning to make sure that this is settled as soon as possible. I'll be closing the poll right after class today. Everyone that has not voted, please go to the group and cast your poll. We're about 66 of us. So far, we've counted only about 16 to 20 votes. There are still about 40 people who haven't voted, so that we have a choice of location. Ma'am?
Sorry, what is your Hangout about and where is it happening? Like, I'm not hearing it. I like to hang out too.
Oh, you see? Thank God. Okay, so the Hangout is a live meetup. We would like to meet with all the facilitators, including yourself. We already proposed to GIZ and Nets Factory, and they agreed.
We'll be looking to see you there.
Let me finish. She knows. She has already said she'll be around. All right. So once we conclude on the venue, we're going to send a proper invite. All the facilitators will be around, including yourself and representatives from GIZ and Nets Factory. Mr. Micah is also aware. So yesterday we did we were looking at locations that we could use. We came up
Please
with about
don't
5.
choose VIO or on the island. I will not be present.
Okay, we're even doing mainland. All our
All
options are on the mainland.
right.
All right. So we're looking at some locations on the mainland, and then we're casting a vote so that once we conclude on the location, we can start reaching out to the facilitators while we're still planning, so that they start preparing their minds.
Okay, that's cool. So when are you guys looking at for your hangout?
Mr. Micah suggested this Saturday immediately after this program, but some people say they are coming in from Lagos, that we should give them 1 week because of travel time and
From
other
Lagos,
stuff.
outside Lagos.
Yes, some people outside Lagos want to join in for the hangout too.
Somebody said you should make it a beach party.
Yeah, I thought about a beach party, and that would be the best, actually, if you ask me.
Yeah. Wow. Do we have to pay money?
No, it's just you are a facilitator. You are just to come and enjoy yourself. We'll probably give you a gift for even coming around.
I like that question. I like that question.
But there is no beach. How can you do beach party on the mainland?
That's another challenge. Oh. That's another challenge. But
Can we solve the problem? Maybe a design problem. Maybe we can transport like the beach to the mainland.
we can have an in-house pool. There are different pools that have been done with
I want to do a party.
We can do an in-house pool.
It will reduce expenses and give us freedom to really enjoy ourselves and make the hangout really so that it's not too official.
Okay, well, you guys should figure it out and let me know.
Of course.
Can we call the friends and family?
If it's a beach party and it's on the island, I can make myself available. Anything other than beach party on the island, I will not be there.
Whoa. All right, Ma. Thank you very much. Thank you for adding your voice.
Correct, Ma. Correct, Ma.
All right, you guys, please go to the group and then cast your votes, please. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So I don't think anybody else has anything to say as per design because everybody's mute on design. So it's good. It's good. I'm glad. I'm glad that everybody understands everything on design. That is so. I'm happy. I'm very happy. So you guys are free to take your break now. Take your break now, and we'll meet by 12:30. There's really nothing much to say right now. I don't want to start doing Figma now. Only to break in 4 minutes. So bye.
Bye, Mom.
All these beach people. No, we can't get that low.
Hello, am I the only one not hearing anything?
We are on break. That's why.
One break, please. You're not the only one here. Most of us are here. I think about 25 of us so far. Who's this pretty lady on my screen with the glasses? What's your name?
One name can you see there? That's the level.
Who's this lady with the glasses? Jadida, I thought to let you know there is someone crushing on you and your voice. Like he's not allowing us
You guys,
rest.
hey, you guys should go and eat. You guys should go and eat, please, please, please. Go
We're
and eat.
eating here. Jadida, where are you? You have to show your face. Someone wants to see you. Like you have to come to Lagos, Nigeria, because your voice is killing someone. I gotta tell you his name for free. Jadida, are you there?
Hakuna Matata.
I should sponsor, yeah. Where is Damilola Ashaolu? Come and see your crush. Oh, you didn't allow anybody to hear word in the morning session. You'll be talking here. He'll be disturbing us in the morning group. That oh my love, my love. Oh God.
My love. My love.
My love. He will just be disturbing us. My love. What a voice. Now he's calling your name in the hangout. I'm not in the hangout. Damilola Ashaolu, come and carry your love.
Well, so you guys should allow me to eat, please.
Damilola, where are you? Come and carry your love.
Yes, I'm back. 34 people, okay.
Oh, guy, where you been this since? They don't talk your matter. They don't talk your matter.
I
So.
Who is that? I hear the music right now.
No, bro, where you this since? They don't they talk your matter.
So I went off to buy me petrol. Had a little issue with my generator with my baba. So I just
Baba,
got back.
drop UK now. We don't they talk your matter.
Baba, they say make you drop that thing, oh. Talk the one go here.
No, I totally bought what I got you.
Drop that one.
Do that right now.
You where they chop it on maybe.
Yeah, I bought it on my way over. Guys.
I know something say you gave me the chop it out a while.
What are you talking about? If you're Roman, you act like a Roman.
Blood man, you blood man.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, bro. You got it right.
Hi guys.
Hello. Who is there?
Bro. That voice.
Show your face. That voice, show your face.
Is that Priscilla? How you doing, my dear?
Please, please.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
So we don't have
I'm
light in my
fine.
house, so I don't know. My background might be noisy. I'm in my barber shop, totally flexing. I've got iced tea, ewa going, and some shit like that. So yeah.
Am I going in British accent? Amado.
Yeah, I was corrected not too long ago. I was told not to call it Agani.
Interesting.
So it's Agani. What do you call it? Okay, guys, I need to go. I beg, make I do my work.
That feels hot.
Dami,
Yep.
have you finished your high fidelity?
I'm still in the Infinity Bank. You're telling me Fidelity. High Fidelity, wow. You are who? I'm just looking at that tomorrow.
Hey guys, it's 12:31. I can see just 55 people here. So 57, 58. So it's counting up. Good. Okay, so I will start right now as promised. So let the questions start coming in for Figma. What's the first thing someone wants me to do on Figma? Let's start. Yes, I can hear you. What?
Yes.
Prototype on Figma. Prototype, man.
Prototype. Okay, that's the last thing. I'm talking of something we've not done. What else? Components, right? Okay, I'm going to start with components. I'm sorry for those that are not here right now because I won't be repeating myself again. Okay. Thank God you're the one that asked, so you're even here. Present. Okay, so this is what we did yesterday. And I'm going straight to the high fidelity part, which was this. Now, how do you create components? I'm going to try to do this one card that we've not done yet. And let's see how we can create that into components. Let me delete all these other ones. Let me put on my grid like I taught you guys the other day. So I can see that it is aligned. Popular menu, I want it to be aligned as well. Okay. So these two should be aligned up to here. Good. Okay, so I think it's correct. No, it's not correct though. Okay, that's it. Is it it? No, it's not it. See,
repeat this thing. My screen just froze now. Please, man. Just repeat this.
I should repeat what? I've not done much yet. So
My screen just froze. Okay.
yeah, don't worry, I've not really started anything. I'm just aligning this one. I deleted the other cards that were here, so you're still fine. Okay. Okay, so now I want to focus on this one. We'll get an image here. Let's try to bring this particular one to life.
Excuse me, I can't see your screen.
Can everybody see my screen, please?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
So maybe
Should be from his end.
quickly go out and come back in. Maybe you're having internet issues. So, okay. Now let's get an image for a nice meal. So I'll go online. I'll just go and get one. Oh no, I don't know. What should I even get? Let me just type food and find out what food comes out. I'm just trying to look for beautiful foods to put on. Then let's do this one. Okay, I'll just copy image. And so what I'll do is I will show you guys how to do this. Then I'll give you guys some time so that part of this class, some people can go ahead and go and get some of their work done. So we'll be doing like maybe 15 minutes on, 15 minutes off, so that we guys can ask questions. So I'm just pasting my image here. Let me drag it out because it's stopping me. Okay, so I will thinking about it again. I don't like this. So let me just ungroup it and delete these lines that I created before. And then
your screen is freezed, man. Your screen is freezed.
Your screen is okay. It's not frozen. You were showing us the browser.
Okay, can you guys see this now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we can put them.
Okay, good. So I'm just removing the lines that were here before. I just deleted them. That's all I did. So I want to put this image inside of this place. See how I'm going to do it, guys. I'm dragging it in. I'm just dragging it in. Then there's this rectangle. I'm looking at where it is on my left. So the rectangle is here. The image is here, which is cool. So what I'm going to do now is to make sure this image is too big. So let me first reduce it. It's way too big. It's too big. Because it's just that small box I want to put it in. So I need to, let me reduce it a lot. Okay, so something about this height, just see what I did? It's just the height of the box. That's what I have just done here. So, okay. Now I will select, make sure that my image and the rectangle are both selected. So now they are both selected. I can see the slight blue line to know that the rectangle at the back is selected. Once both are selected, I'll go to this place. You can see this place they call use as mask. Very important. Once I click it, what will happen? Click. And that's what has happened. So you can see here, this is what we call a mask group.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there's mask doing.
Yes.
Yes. So there is mask in Figma as well, just like there is in Photoshop.
Ma'am, sorry, I didn't get that, please.
I knew somebody would say that. I knew somebody would say that. What didn't you get?
The mask part.
So I'm undoing it. Undone now. Make sure the rectangle, if it was a circle, so it's the same principle. If it was a circle, whatever shape it is, click on the shape, click on your image, make sure both of them are selected. They're both selected right here. And I'll just click on mask up here. That's all. It's not a big deal. That's all. No deep secret to it.
Hello, ma. Do you hold down the shift sign, the shift button to select them together?
Yes, you can hold down shift, or you can just click on one here. Then yes, shift or control. No, not shift though. Don't use shift, especially if they are not beside each other. If they are beside each other, if it was this one now, I can use shift. But if I use shift right now, see what will happen. It will select everything in between. So it's not shift. It's actually you click on this one, then you use control. Then it will select individual, not shift, control. Then I just click on this, and there it is. No questions on that, I believe.
One question, ma.
Now, please do it again, please.
I want to do it again. Another question.
Ma, can you do it from the grid section on the right? I think that there's a way they use the carpet. They'll put a carpet in that rectangle, then they'll drag the picture in, something like that. Can you do it from that?
What do you mean by carpet?
I think from the grid section on the right hand, on your right hand. I think there's a way to paste a picture. I don't know how to do that one.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Okay.
What are you referring to on this right hand side? What should I do?
There's another way there's another way to move pictures into
pictures now. I don't know the way. What's the way?
I don't know it too. That's what I'm asking.
You're the one that said there's another way. So what's the way?
I saw somebody doing it, so I don't know how to do it.
Okay.
That one is the Photoshop. I think that's what you mean by the normal way.
No, it's in Figma. It's in Figma. It's not in Photoshop.
Okay. I confess, guys. I confess that I don't know everything. So if you see something that is interesting that you think you would learn from, then why not implement it? Try to copy it. Maybe go back to the video you saw that on and try to get it.
Uncle Skin Makeover, please. I want to learn too.
Hello, ma.
Serious.
Hello, ma.
Yes.
Yes, ma. Is it always that somebody use the click marks for pictures? Because what I do is just click on the shape and paste the picture inside and automatically fit inside the shape.
It cannot fit inside now. Now, if you for that style you are saying, by the time you move, if you want to move your image, is it going to go with the shape? No, of course not.
Yeah, to create it as an image. It's not be a shape again. Like it's just like image, something like on the name.
Anyhow, you can do it. You can do it. Nothing is by force. It's about your creativity. Okay. It's about how you like to do stuff. So this is one way I know that works. So if there are other ways that work for you, spot on. There's no specific rule.
Okay, ma. Thank you, ma.
Hello, ma. Do you need to resize the image to the shape of the rectangle before you mark it?
No, you don't have to. So for the sake that I said do it again. I'm just having mercy on you. God said I should do it again. Okay. I'm undoing. Okay, so I'm going to undo everything I did to when the image was big. There it is. This is my big image. I believe everybody can see it. Please, nobody should tell me to do it again. No, I beg you. So now, okay, so you don't have to resize the image. Now I won't resize it. I'll simply just drag it in and just make sure I've selected this one. Hold on, please. I want to check something out. Okay, so guys, when I said shift or control earlier on, if you are selecting from inside this place, you use shift. Control will not work. But if you want to select it from the side, then you use control. So either one. I just wanted to say that. Now you see how it is like this. So I will not move the image on top of it. I want to show you guys something. I can just click on it and it masks it automatically. But when I look at it, I can see my image is not looking good. It's not covering the whole space. So what I can do is I'll make sure my image is selected. I can then drag it and even now still resize it. So whether you resize it before or after, it's cool. It's just depending on the frame of the part of the image that you want to show. That's all. I hope everybody got it now.
I did, ma.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, I did.
Thank you, ma. Thank you. I got it.
All right, great. So
Thank
that's
you,
how,
ma. Thank you.
Okay, great. So that's how to mask stuff. Now, let me just change this like we did yesterday. What was this? Let me just use the second one. It's too big. It's too big. So let's just use it. I don't want to create a new one. So let me just leave it at this, jollof fries, and do this one as well. And choose body. Cool. So I could decide to put my price on this side and then align it to the right. So there it is. Watch out for my spacing. 10. So remember, guys, I said multiple of 8. So 8 is enough. So that's good. And there it is. I group these two together. That's the food name and the price. And yeah, let me just leave it like this. Get a bit down. Okay, and there it is. Now I can hide the grid so that it shows the real beauty. I showed you guys something yesterday where I showed you how to put shadows. So let's say I want to make this a little bit, look at this now, it's sharp edge. I want to make it a little bit cornered. Then I also want to put a small shadow to drop it. And I want to change the background to white. So I will do all that now. First thing is select on it. I want to make it white. So I'll choose here. I already have white in my style guide. So I'll click on it from here. Then afterwards, I want to corner it a bit. I want it to be rounded. So I'll just go here and put 4. Already cornered. Then I'll go to effect so that I can have my shadow. And there is it. I just want to reduce the shadow. It's too much. Maybe 10. And maybe this one should be like 2. And there we are. Oh, if you look closely, guys, you see that the top not cornered here. Meanwhile, the bottoms are cornered. Look at this. It is because of the image that is there, because of the mask group we did. So you can as well click on that and corner it so that it doesn't disrupt your work. And now it shows properly. This is all about your level of trying to be perfect. I am a little bit of a, I don't know, perfectionist when it comes to my design. So I like to shift it till it's very accurate. Okay, yeah, there it is. Now you see that, I want to show you guys something. You see that now the lower part too is cornered because I use this. So if you want only the top of something to be cornered or only one side, you use this symbol beside it. And to show you how you can just choose the ones you want to, which is the last two. I'll change it to 0, 0. And we are there. See the look. Now, the person that asks about components, this is where the component thing comes up. I finished designing this one thing, but I know that I'm going to have a lot of it all over my page. So I will make sure I select everything. See how I did that? I just dragged over it. Right click and click on create components. That's all there is to creating components. I can now rename it to, I like naming my stuff in this format. App That's my app basically. Slash, this is my home page. Slash, what is this? This is like a card. I'll just call it a card. Slash default. My default style. So now remember what I told you guys yesterday. You drag it out, or if you like, you can duplicate it first, but make sure that you're only dragging out the original one. How do you know the original and the duplicate? The original one is the one that has this colored stuff. I've told you guys several times, and the duplicate one is one that is empty inside. And so that's how you do components. Does that answer the component question?
So what's the use
Of
component?
What's
The component. What?
I talked about that yesterday. Someone should please answer that question.
So that when you want to make multiple designs of such, you can just replicate it and edit it. You grab Joel.
Yes. So like this one, see the use, Mr. Joel. It means you were not paying attention yesterday. This is one original component here. Look at the difference now. I'm going to come here and try to change the color of the background. Watch what will happen. You see every other one that is duplicate of this one. You see that they change.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So the person that asked about components, are you clear now?
Yes, I am. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay, good. Let me see. What are people saying? You guys are funny. Let me scroll all the way up. Just the way things enough. Move the other way around. I don't know what you guys are saying. No, it's not that shift will not work, but I will do something I'll do something else if the two items you're trying to select are far apart. Okay, I don't know what that means, but okay. My way, okay. Why does she have her first name on the homepage? I don't know. It's because it's me that's designing it. It's actually an interesting question. So I always like to put my name on my design so that anywhere my design goes, they know it was me that did it. Well, that's it. Okay, shouldn't change it to please. What's the spacing between jollof rice and the rectangle? See, okay, so I told you guys about how it depends on you, but I'm giving you guys guidelines. You guys are still the designers. Guideline is use a multiple of, I talked about multiple of 8. If you feel like, oh, the space is too small, I can shift it all the way to 16. I think it's 16 now. You see how the duplicate is moving also. But you should just note that for this kind of things, in short, I actually prefer not to put stuff directly in front, like putting a price on the same line as the name when they're in such a small card like this. Because what if the full name is very long and it fills the whole space? Then how would the design now look like? So what I prefer to do is to move things like this kind of price to the bottom, so that in case the name of whatever it is I'm writing here, so you have to think forward, not just about the immediate. So I'll just use 5 pixels here, and this is where my stress is actually. Let's just draw it out. Let me see. I think it's fine now. Okay, guys. I believe nobody has question on this. What else is somebody saying? David says, no, it's not strict. I think discretion is key. Yes, discretion is key. Discretion and being uniform, being consistent. Whatever you use once, make sure you're using it for the other. Just be consistent, basically, spacing. That's the important thing. Yes, jollof burger. Sorry. I don't want to bring up, but the grid ship could go over it again. The way you guys are speaking about me in the third person is interesting. I'm right here, and you're saying she. Okay. I was referring to your form field when I mentioned your first name. Form field, okay. Form field, where is that? Oh, this one. Well, I don't know. Okay, so guys, let me show you the grid again for Tom, what I was asking. Yeah. Going to just click on this here. And remember, we did grid. It's not just the day first day. It's not even today we did grid. Oh. So I'm just opening it again. That's all. The way you create it is by clicking on. I don't want to do it again. Basically, you click on one of these things here and change it to, if you want a four grid system, if you want 12, you write 12. Then you put your margin left and right 16 pixels. Then if you like, if you want to change the color to something darker. Well, yeah, the color is good like this. So whenever I want to hide it and it's disturbing me, I just hide it here. Open, close. So I've answered component. Which other question, please? Next question. Apart from you're welcome, Tommy. Question apart from prototyping. Any other question? No other question. Oh, that's good. Okay. So
Hello, ma. I just got a question in the chat. Asking after we duplicate, how do you change the picture inside? Like you see the second menu and so.
I can't hear you.
My question is this math, the frame we did now, we want to be putting pictures.
Yes.
When you duplicate, how do you change the image inside that frame?
Okay, it's easy. So let me just duplicate one for you. This is why I dislike. Okay, so this is one problem I find with Figma, that you see when I was trying to increase the size of the rectangle, now it doesn't increase the frame along with it. It's upsetting to me. Very upsetting, actually. So, well, honestly, I'm not able to figure it out. I don't know if it's a bug or whether I'm just not getting something right. So I hope you guys get what I'm trying to say. See how this rectangle is, the frame is shorter than the. So, I can see David wants to eat. Okay, so let me delete. What I would just do, because this is annoying to me, is I would shit. Okay, let me remove it from being a component. Let me see. How do they frame selection? Yeah, but that's not it actually. Please give me a moment, guys. Trying to figure something out.
You can change it.
Okay, what do you want to say? I didn't get that, David. David, what are you saying, please?
As if there is an extra element in that group that needs to be deleted.
No, there isn't. That's what I'm telling you guys. It's not an extra element. When I reduce the size of the, when I increase the size of the rectangle, that was when it adjusted. It's not an extra element. I think it's a bug, the fact that the whole frame doesn't increase along with the elements inside. So that's what I'm just trying to figure out. What I'll just do is.
Hello, man. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you should group the mask group together, but then they group already.
No. That's not it. So I think this is actually an error on Figma. They probably are working on it. But what I would just do to avert the problem is I will delete my original one and detach this instance so that I can figure it out. Oops, sorry. So I've ungrouped the whole thing. Now it's fine. And I can do the same thing all over again. Well, I hope they figure this out because this particular thing is annoying. I have to create my component again, rename it. What do I call it again? Okay, card/default. Okay, and duplicate it, remove the original one out. So now to answer the question that person asked, how do you change the image? What I'll do is I'll duplicate this one. I drag it out. Now, if I got another image I want to change this to, let me find one. Picture. To quickly use here. Which picture should I use? Let me use this one. I'm coming with an image. Copy and paste. So I have this huge image, really big. To make it easier for myself, I'll just reduce it to a smaller size. Then this is where my image is. This is where my
Your screen is not showing.
screen should show it now. My screen should be showing.
Your screen is
It's
showing.
showing.
From your screen is showing.
Oh, yeah, it's showing now. It's showing. Okay. Can you see my screen now? Okay. I believe you guys can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
I can see your screen.
Okay, good. Okay, so now what I want to do is to change the image, put the image, to put this image inside this place. Okay, so this is another small issue I find with Figma, unlike Adobe XD, that makes it very easy for you to just replace stuff. I want to show you guys this, how it is a little bit annoying again. But as you guys play around with it, you probably figure out something that I have not been able to figure out. Like I said, I don't know everything. So now, ideally, from Adobe XD that I sometimes use, you should easily be able to drag this image straight into this place. From here, just drag it directly in. But I can see that it's not going to move because, well, it's trying to keep the whole component system. So the fact that this is a component on its own, so it's not going to allow me to exchange the image, which is a problem. So the bad thing I always have to do, which is unfortunate, is to right click and detach the instance before I can move my image in. It's annoying, but that's the only way I've been able to do it. So I just take my image and drag it in. So once I drag it in, I can delete. Okay, let me actually move it into frame so that you guys can see this. So I'm dragging it in now. So once I drag it in, you can see it's covering the old one. Then I can reduce the size to something appropriate. Then I can delete my old one under if I like. And that's how to do it. I hope you got that.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Does anybody have any new thing they want me to do? Let me see. Somebody saying something.
Sorry, ma'am. Okay.
So, hold on, please. Does XDR do the same thing as Figma? Yes, no. It does the same thing. It's also a prototype. They call it a prototyping tool. It's a UI design. So, John Carries, God bless you, ma. Yeah, really trying. Amen. Oh, amen in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, you can change the image in a copy of the component. It's a bug in a way. You need to click use as mask to unmask. David, tell us about that one. Please unmute. Tell me. Tell me about that one. You might just save me a lot of headache in this life. David, please explain to us. You can change the image. You need to click use as.
David, yeah now.
David is not, it's like he can't unmute himself. Let me try what he said. You need to click use as mask to unmask. Use as mask. What's that? Let me try it. If I don't get it this time, I'll just give up. Okay, so let me see if I can change. I've pasted this image again. Let me see if I can change this one down here to that image. It said we should do use as mask. What does that mean? What is used as mask? Okay, when David comes back, he will help us out with that.
You right click the image. I think you right click this image. You will see
there's a use as mask option.
So I'll right click.
When you right click.
Which image should I click on? This one?
Yes.
Who is leading us? Who is guiding us? Who is teaching us? Teach us now. I don't understand. You see,
so use as mask is used when you want to put an image inside a shape.
So
that's when you initially did.
So I know.
You resize the image.
How do you put this image inside?
Hello, can you resize the image to the size you want on the box.
Okay, let David.
Okay.
Let David show us the way.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Go on.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Go on.
Okay. To change the image, you have to click on the copy, right click. Now Figma doesn't have on
Which
mask.
one? Which one?
So instead of on
They don't
mask,
have a mask.
yes, instead of on mask, they have use as mask. So use as mask
So
does the same thing
which should I
as on
click on?
masking.
That was not David, which one should I click on? Which one should I right click on? This one?
Yes, the one you're hovering on right now.
Okay, right click, use as
Right
mask.
click, use as mask, yes. So it will unmask it.
Huh.
Now that it has unmasked, you can go to the
Okay, hold on, please. Hold
you
on.
can go to the layers panel.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Sorry, I'm trying to check something out. Okay, so I'll right click, use as mask, then I should go to where? The layers panel here.
Hello?
I'm with you.
Hello?
Everything has cut out. I can hear you guys. So
Hello, can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So once you've done that,
Okay, so look at what I'm
select
doing.
after you've unmasked.
David, try to follow. Look at what I'm
Yes.
saying. Right click,
Okay.
use as mask. Then what do you say? You see what just happened? It's covered everything.
Yes, you go to the layers panel after.
Huh.
You go to the layers panel, and you go to the layers panel. You will
I should
see
play panel then. Okay.
after you've clicked use as mask to unmask it, you go to the layers panel. The image inside, you look for it back there.
I'll look for the image and do what?
And you can bring a new image back inside that same mask.
Okay, let me try that out. Okay, let me try that out. Okay, guys, so this is proving a little bit difficult. You know what? If somebody has a great way, somebody figures it out, you do a demo tomorrow on how to do it. That would be nice. Maybe you just teach all of us, myself included, and I will be so grateful. Because right now I don't get it. So maybe David will do a small presentation tomorrow. If anybody else figures it out, that would be really good.
Hello, ma.
Yes.
I think I might have a better way of doing it.
Yeah, let's do it tomorrow so that we can focus on other stuff. This is not very, very 100% important. Okay, so I want to take one more thing, just one more question or one more request, then I will let you guys go. We will probably end this class early today because I want you guys to spend your time on focusing on your assignments and you're preparing for your project. So I'll take one more request before I quickly show you guys prototyping. So does anybody else have something they want me to show them that they didn't get on Figma?
Yes, ma. The way your own method of putting the image, I said no the other time, but you didn't hear me.
Oh, wow. You're really taking me back. Okay.
No, like the way you put the second image to replace the image.
Yeah, let me show you. So I'm pasting the big picture that I want to do again. I want to try to replace it inside this one. So what I just did, I told you it's a crude way, but that's where I'll be able to figure it out, and that's why I'm hoping someone will present something nice tomorrow. I'll right click. I just detach my instance first because it's problematic for me. And then once I'm done, I just drag my image from outside straight into the, where is it? Is it this one? Yeah, I think it's this one, into this one. Yeah, that's where it is. And okay, ideally I'm supposed to drag this in first, so that's why it's not yet there. Sorry about that. So now I'll take it and drag it into, I prefer to design on the layers panel. So let me close this so you guys can focus. So let me undo it. See, the image is outside here. Meanwhile, this is the card we want to replace the image inside of. So click on the image and just drag it straight inside. That's all. But because the image is way too big, I just have to maybe resize it so that it will show the part of the image I want it to show. And then I can delete the old one. That's it. That's how I do it. Okay, guys. I don't think anybody else has something to say. Please.
Ma.
Yes. That's the last one.
After placing the image, do you need to attach it back to this component?
Unfortunately, you can.
Zoom.
Okay. So let me see. I don't think you can attach anything back to anything. You can't attach it back. That's why I think it's a bug, but somebody says they have a good way of doing it, so they'll probably show us that tomorrow. But for now, you can just do it my way.
Okay, ma'am.
They said we should present tomorrow. And now, yes, but I'm already teaching you everything you need to know for your high fidelity. That one we're saying we'll see tomorrow is just an aside. It's not as important as your presentation. Okay. So that's that. What I want you guys to do right now is those people that have not been doing their stuff, I want you to go right now and maybe, okay, sorry, let me scratch that. Let me show you guys prototyping before we just end the class for today. Prototyping, simple. Very simple actually. I will just duplicate this page to show you what I want to do. Please pay attention because I won't repeat majority of myself. I want to preserve my saliva. So I'm duplicating this. I just want you guys to see the difference. So let me delete all this one. Let me even delete this. Let me change this one to, email address. So I'm going to use this one as a login page and change this one to password. Okay, remove this. Good. So let's change this also to, what's it called? Login. So if this was my login page, I like to put my frames in order. So I'll put this one on the left and put this on the right. Oops, put this on the right. So if this was my login page, and I want to link between, when you click on submit, for it to go to this dashboard screen. Well, while we're at it, let's just delete this and shift this all the way up so it will make more sense to you. Okay, something like that. So if we click on submit and you want to go here, now this is where the real thing starts. I've not really done anything special. You have your two screens and I want to just prototype it. First thing is go to the prototype tab right here. You go to your prototype tab, you click on what you want to link from, which is submit button, and just drag it on. That's all. Then you come here and say on click, it is fine. So I want it to be on click, so nothing to change. Navigate to yes, dashboard, cool. Now, do I want an animation? Do I want to just be instant, or do I want like a nice feel, or do I want it to move in? So let's do a moving so you guys can see what this looks like. Now, if I want to play it to see how that works, I'll click on this play button, present. And it will load it in this tab where it's loading it right now. And then you have this. So once I click on submit, you see the view now. You see that? And that's all. That's all there is to prototyping. Does anybody have questions?
I have a clap, ma.
Have a clap, but you clap like 100 times.
Ma, please
come back, ma. Please come back, ma.
Can you please do it again?
Jesus, you have to come back, ma, please.
They come back again. I knew Luca should come back. Okay. So let's do it again. Okay. Let me start from Figma again. Oh, I want to share this one. Okay. I am going to delete what I did. I'll delete this link. I'm going back to this design. We have 2 pages. Simple, 2 designs. Good. First step, go to prototype. I will not repeat myself after this one. Go to prototype. When I go to prototype, I'll take it slowly. So I won't take it slowly too, because I trust you guys, you're very sharp. So I will click on submit. I'll just click on the arrow. You see where this plus is? I just drag it inside. That's all. That's all. That's really all. Then it's under the animation section. I can decide to change what I want. Maybe I don't want it something like moving in from the left. Maybe I want it to move from under. should just swipe from the bottom. If I want to change the time that I spend, maybe I want it to be slower. I want a whole 1 second for it to spend. I'll change to 1,000. 1,000 milliseconds is 1 second. Then, if I want to play what I did, I'll just go to this place and play it. That's what I was showing you guys. So it's loading. And then I'll click on it, and you see it animated. That's it. Yes.
Yes. So if it's more than one frame, do you now have to, like, for instance, when you start from the log on screen, which is submit?
We can't hear you clearly. Your voice is very, very low.
Man, he's saying if it's more than one frame.
More than one frame. How do you connect the? How do you connect it? Is it like you keep dragging from frame to frame, or I don't get?
Yes, now. You drag if you want it to be. If you want it to be that when you click on a button, something should happen. Then you have to drag.
I think that's the essence of the user flow, right?
Spot on. Who just said that?
Exactly. Yes, yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Who said that? Who said that? Oh my God. Who
Raymond.
said so?
Raymond.
Raymond.
Without the point of user flow, I'm saying that it's like you drag from the submit button to each of the frames until you get to the last frame. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, now.
Yes, now.
So,
it was not break.
You are not audible.
Come closer, please. I want to hear what they talk to now.
Is it
Yeah,
better
I'm
now?
hearing him. Oh.
Is it better now?
Yes, go on, please.
Okay, I'm saying, so now if you have, like, say 5 frames from the sign up screen or log on screen and login screen, any screen, to maybe the screen where you have to sign out, you click on the submit button just like you did, and you keep dragging from frame to frame without releasing it till you get to the last frame. That's what I'm asking.
Okay, you mean if I had, like, say one other screen somewhere right here, and I want to drag, I want to link from this frame to that, would we drag it all the way to that point? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Okay, yes, there's that option, or the other option is, let me undo this. Let me undo it. The other option is, let me delete this. I can just click on plus, right? Or I can just click on my button. I don't need to click on, I can just click on button, go to this interaction here. I don't need to drag and say, well, this takes more time. Dragging is the easiest thing. And I'll say, okay, on click. What should you do? Navigate to, where should you navigate to? Navigate to dashboard fidelity. Then it does the link for me. I can change my animation, maybe to push. Do you get? Now you faded off again. I can't hear you.
Hello.
Oluwadamisi, I can't hear you. Yes, I can hear you now. Go on.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, go on. What are you saying?
Yeah. You were saying something about one process being longer than the other. That's where I lost touch of your voice.
Oh, you're making me really repeat myself. Okay, I'm deleting it again. Let me show you. Click on submit. Go to the right-hand side. Click on the plus sign beside interaction. Then I click on this one. So on click, good. What should you do? Navigate to, where should you navigate to? Navigate to dashboard fidelity. It automatically does it. So I was telling you that this process that I'm doing right now is way longer than dragging. You can easily just drag stuff to where they are. And that's the easiest way. That's what I was trying to say. You get? Yes. So that answers your question, right?
Yes, it does.
Great. Okay, so let me show you guys one more. What's it called? One more kind of prototyping. Please mute yourself. Okay, thank you. So there will be situations where you have this card But you want it to be when they mouse over, when they put their mouse over, something nice to happen. Maybe you want the shadow to increase. I'm going to show you guys this one. Let me show you now. What I do is, this one is what I want to work on. So I'll just say duplicate. I've duplicated it. I didn't duplicate it. Sorry about that. I thought I did. No, duplicate, yeah. So I've duplicated it. I want to be outside so I can look at it very well. Now, let me change this one. This is the one that, oh, sorry, let me move back to design so that it makes sense. Okay, so I want the shadow of the rectangle under to be much more increased when the person put their mouse over it. So I'll do something drastic that you easily notice. 40 and maybe let's say 4. So I want it to be that when you put your mouse over this, you should replace it with this one. That's what we want to do now. How do you do that in prototyping? You simply go to prototype again. You click on this one and drag it inside this one. But here you change it to, instead of on click, you change it to when mouse enters, you can use open overlay and then manual. Then you want it that you should close it when you click outside. So close when you click outside. And you can change your animation if you like or leave it at instance. I know people will tell me to repeat myself. So let me show you how it looks like before I start repeating myself. So now we have this page here. Now if I put my mouse, I'm expecting that if I put my mouse over this second jollof rice up there, it should change. So let's see. Do you see that? Do you guys see that?
Oh. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Exactly. Do I need to repeat?
No. Before you repeat yourself,
Yes, you need to repeat
No,
it.
ma'am.
you have to do that.
Yes. No, ma'am. But I want to ask something, ma'am.
Please repeat my
Please repeat yourself. Question.
A situation where you want it that once I click any of the item, it should go to order. Maybe you should go to another page that say order. Now, are you going to, is it going to work like just the way you have linked it now? If I link it to an order page, like a page where it will show me where I will pay. Now, any item I click, I want any item I click, it should just go directly there to payment option. So what am I going to do?
Please hold on.
Okay.
Okay, so I understand what you're trying to say. You want to be that every single item, once you click on it, you should go to maybe like go and pay, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the thing. This is what is good about components. This is another great thing about components. But unfortunately, while we're trying to replace images, we have detached these two from components. So what I'll do now, so that it can make sense to you, is I will delete this one and try to duplicate this so that this one is an instance of this one. While this one, we know it's not an instance anyway, so let's leave that one. But now let me show you the thing about components. Let me use this login page. This doesn't make sense, but I want to use it as an example anyway. If you click on this, you want it to go back to login page, any one of these two that are both instances of this component. What I'll just do is I'll go to prototype as usual, click on this one and say, I'll just drag it in. That's all. That is literally all. Now, what will happen is anytime I click on any one of these two, it will go there. That's what will happen. Watch and see. I'll click on this one first, then I'll click on this one. So see, click, it has gone. You see that? Let me go back to that page. Now, I'll click this one and it will go to. That's it. That's the great thing about components. But in a situation where, unfortunately, you wanted to change pictures and you're very detached, then each single one, you have to just link it in like that, like this one now. I'll just have to drag it inside, and that's how it works. Have I answered your question?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Good. Somebody was telling me to repeat earlier on. Not somebody's. Many people were telling me to.
Okay, we are here. Oh. Now we are here. Oh.
Okay.
Ma'am, yeah.
Okay, I get you. I get you. So, somebody said I will just be a prototypist. JJ, life no hard. Really, Joseph. There's no role that is called prototypist. Though. We have what do you call them? We have people that focus on micro interactions, like Farouk Sulaiman was saying. But that's way more than this small one we are doing in this class. The scope of that does not. This is the beginning though, but I can't cover all of that. So let me repeat myself. Let me do the over thing when you want to over. So I will delete. Let me delete this and do it all over. So what I did was I just created a second one of this. I put that one here. And then I changed features that I wanted to change. Whatever feature it is you want to be different in second, you design it differently. You can design it all over again self. It can be a completely different thing that you want it to swap to. Anything. You just have it beside as a different frame. That's why it is outside of this. It can't be inside and you're linking it to itself. No, you can't link anything inside of this frame to one another. It will not work. Now I'll go to prototype. I will click on this one because this is the one I want to be that when you mouse over and change to this. So I'll just take this and drag it in. That's simple. But then I'll come because by default it is on click, but I'll change it to when my mouse enters. You get when my mouse enters, then whatever interaction it is I want, I'll just choose it up here. Then I don't want it to navigate to because if I say navigate to, you can test it out when you're doing your own. You will see that it will change the whole page and replace it with this one. Like the whole page, but we want it to just overlay. So we'll say open overlay, and then by default it's usually centered, but I change it to manual. If you stay centered, look at where centered is. It will center it somewhere. Where is it? It will center it somewhere on your page when you check it out. But I want it to be manual, so it will be manually aligned for you, like what Google does. Then I click on this. So that it closes. Please, that person should mute themselves and go and buy your rice.
Rice and coffee.
Okay. So, so I click on close when clicking outside, so that when I click outside, it will close this this particular one. That's all. And if you like, change animation. If you don't like, you leave it as default. Now, if I go back there, you'd see. You see, it does what we said it should do. Let me go to the page. Submit. You see that? Well, I'll click outside and the mouse in. That's all. I hope that satisfies all the people.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm wrapping. Okay, you're welcome. I'm wrapping up this class in 6 minutes time, which is 1:30. Like I said, I'm closing this class early today. Because I'd like you guys just, if you want to go and sleep, go and sleep. If you want to go and work, anything you want to do, those people that have not slept in the night, go and sleep.
Looking for the students.
Okay, so any other
let me ask a question. Yes, I have a question, man.
Yes,
for people that are working on already made app, you just want to add a feature. Now, by the time you are prototyping, can I also link, let's say, the Photoshop of the screenshot of those apps? Then after putting my own admin, can I also prototype it like this?
Well, you can actually just do, what do you do? If I was done, I'll probably just do on click. So that's going to be, okay, let me show you. Let me show you what I would do. What I would do is, let me go to design. Let me paste that big image. Let's imagine this image was the existing design. Work with me. Please mute yourself. That person, please. Okay, let's assume this one was the existing design. But somewhere here, where these nice looking seeds are, I want to put my own new feedback. So I will have written feedback. It's in black, so that's why you can't see it. Let me change the column. I'll have written feedback. Let me increase. Wait, Joe. My system is actually hanging. Okay, so it's hanging. Sorry about that. So let me make this really big so that everybody can can see maybe like 50 pixels. It's small. Let me get 100. Okay. Imagine this is where I want my feedback to be. Now, what I would do, because I've written feedback here, is I want it to be that when somebody clicks on this existing design where I wrote.
Your screen is not showing, ma.
I'm sure everybody can see it too.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
It's showing now.
Yes, ma'am. I can see your screen, ma'am.
Yeah.
And ask question, Abby. Can you see the screen now?
No, ma, I can't see the screen. I guess it's my network.
Oh, wow.
I'm seeing, ma'am.
Okay. So who asked this question, sir? I'm wondering.
I did. I'm the one, Joel.
But you can see my screen, right, Joel?
Yes, I'm seeing it.
Okay. So please, that person that have network issue, please restart. Okay, so what I do is, now that I have feedback, what I'll just do is go to prototype, and I want you to show this screen. I'll click on can't type prototype. Okay, I know why. It's not allowing me to prototype this because these are just images from this one. So now when you screenshot your existing design, you have to convert it to a frame. So I'm selecting my feedback that I just wrote and the image. I'm just right clicking it and converting it to a frame. So frame select, that's it. If what you have is not a frame, you will not be able to link it. That's just it. So now I can link from feedback to this place, and that's all. You see that?
How you converted it to a frame? You just right click the image.
Yes, you just right click the image and you see frame selection. That's all.
Okay, ma. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma.
You're welcome. Okay. One last question for the class.
Okay, hello, ma.
Yeah.
These are prototype done now. We only just like illustration of all the work that you've done, or it really has.
Sorry, can you come again?
Okay, starting to this prototype that we just illustrated. Now, said is it only meant for just illustration of all the works that has been done, or it has something to do with the end product of what the developer will be doing in the long run?
Let me attempt to answer that question, even though I'm not sure I understand it totally. So this is what I think. Prototyping is both for design purpose and for development. So it helps the developer or even your clients in the end. Like you can literally just send, after prototyping your whole design, you can send the link, which is, let me show you, which is actually the link when you click on present. That one, when you click on present, is the one you send like a client, or the one you send to somebody when you want to present, not the Figma original link. I hope you guys get what I mean.
Okay.
So, yeah, so that one is what you probably send to a client or to your colleagues or somebody, oh, please check this app out, or maybe want to test your designs. That's what you actually show to someone, like, oh, check this thing out. And that's how it actually works. So it's not just for the sake of you that design or documenting your work, no. It's for the sake of developers later on. They will be able to get an idea of your user flow. That user flow you guys sketch on paper, now you see where it comes to life. It comes to life in your prototyping. So, yeah.
All right. Thank you, ma.
Okay, guys, I'm done with today's class.
Sorry, ma. You said you asked two people to present their works, which they got yesterday.
See, somebody help me answer Abdullahi.
Tomorrow.
Please, she called your name. Tomorrow is now, and you said done.
All right, ma. All right.
Tomorrow. It's not a matter of tomorrow. Abdullahi, it's not a matter of tomorrow. I called your name. Yeah. I called your name several times, but you were nowhere to be found.
No, I was here, ma. Just that my network was bad, so I could not talk.
Oh, sorry about that. Well, I hope you've learned a lot from today's class. I hope you've learned.
Yes,
you guys
I did. Thank you.
Okay, that's good. So I'm sorry to all those that sent me messages yesterday on Telegram, and I wasn't able to respond to them. Please hold on. I'm sorry about that. So what I'll do is for the next 30 minutes, which is up until 2 o'clock. If anybody asks me a question, I will answer them. But if you don't ask me a question after 2, I'm sorry. Like I kind of have a lot of stuff that I attend to in a day. So ask your question.
Okay, ma. Thank you. Please, ma, for tomorrow's presentation, I want to ask, what do you expect to see? Like, what are the key points that must feature in our presentation tomorrow?
She said.
Please let me answer.
She already
She
told us before now.
said she was just like saying that she knows that everyone has finished, but she expects that we've done it to the point of sketch. So, and for those that have done to the point of sketch, we can quickly finish and run back to do wireframing. That's the low. Get where possible. That those are some of the aspects from your research to your sketch to the frame. You know, where you stop basically, but not below sketch. You can present what you have. That okay?
Yes. Thank you very much. Exactly. So everybody must have at least done your sketch. If you have not done your sketch, I don't know how I can help. Everybody must have at least done your sketch. I remember what I said earlier on. It was kind of like a parable. Maybe I should explain it. I said you guys should take it as if a client paid for the work and you were not able to deliver. How would you handle your presentation to that client? That is how you should present it tomorrow. For those that are not able to finish their work. That's word of wisdom I'm giving you. So think about what you tell the client that paid you maybe 500K to do this design, and you could not finish it for whatsoever reason it may be, whether it's legitimate or not legitimate, whatsoever reason it is. Think about it. That's how you tell your story.
Wow. Set up.
Yeah, I'm done, guys. Somebody that's telling me I should not leave them. I'm sorry, I'm gone. Bye.
Excuse me, ma, please. Ma, please, can you message Jamaica for the attendance?
Okay, let me
hearing now.
Not early today.
Attendance, so.
I beg, give me chicken.
Michael, please need attendance.
No, you're not talking well, bro. You can't do that. It's not yours.
Hey, bro.
Don't do that.
Thank you.
Don't do that. Don't copy me, bro. Don't do that.
Attendance, man.
Hold on, I'm going to contact him to send an attendance. Who is that now? Mo, come on. Okay.
Nobody should leave yet, though.
Miss Motoria has dropped their attendance.
So Miss Motoria has dropped the attendance, so you guys should feel it. You guys,
people
that say I should not leave them, I'm sorry. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Miss Motoria, thank you.
Yes.
Sure. That bye-bye was sweet.
The attendance is not opening.
Attendance is closed.
It's closed.
Miss Motoria, the attendance is closed.
Hello. The attendance is closed. I need your help, my brother.
Oh, wow.
Miss Motoria, can you hear us? The
Where is Motoria?
Hey, calm down. We book for.
This bagger. We go shock on that. We go just close the shop now.
Hello, Miss Motoria. The attendance is not sent to responses.
There are aliens in this group.
I swear.
Which one is this?
Sorry. If like say the attendance is closed.
No. You put it in this
No, but like say the attendance is closed, please.
Sorry, Miss Motoria, the attendance is totally closed. I can't wait. My network is going down.
Don't be close.
So somebody doesn't want to do DJ for us.
Wow.
Imagine you want to do better on top chat.
You never sign attendance, I beg you.
When you post correct one now, if you say come on for you, good place in one.
What's all this?
I want to go sleep safe.
I swear.
No,
I never think I don't sleep for hours.
Hello, everyone.
Yes,
Ma
ma'am.
missed break.
Yes, sorry, I'll resend the attendance now, but I want Mr. Michael to join first because he has an important announcement for everyone. So, when he joins, I'll send the attendance. I'll open the attendance for you to fill.
All right, then.
Thank you,
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
See you at the hangouts, man.
Sorry?
Hangout. He said, hope to see you at the hangout.
Can you say that again?
He said, hope to see you at the hangout.
Oh, I'll try my best.
No,
No, don't try your best,
Thank you, man.
You have to keep it.
man.
All these boys, eh? Hi.
Where do you see these people?
Where do they see this Nigerian from? Just talking and talking shit.
Honestly, I don't understand. Guy, I need to talk English here. Where they see or not?
Hello, Mr. Micah is around.
Hi, guys.
I've been a gentleman since sunset, but now I've joined you people now.
It's okay. It's all right. We are joining.
Attendance has been resent. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Thank you very much, man.
Miss Mutuala, thank you very much. Let's go.
Okay, hello everyone. Can you hear me?
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. We can hear you, sir.
Why did we finish early today? I'm surprised.
We want to give us time to make our presentations.
Oh, she wants to give you time to make. Oh, super good. Okay, nice.
Sir, what's